Hello, welcome to my Boss Capital channel. My name is Michael Chu. This is growth stocks list recap for the week ending February 14, 2025. And this is my spreadsheet. But before we talk about the spreadsheet, just want to mention that we are going live in the morning 8:15 around that time, which is Mountain Time, which is 10:15 Eastern Time. Um, Feel free to subscribe and get notification on it. And if you go to the channel, it should pop up the live schedule right now. And yeah, hopefully you can join. What we will do in that live stream is just go through how I use IBD stocks on the move to track what stocks are moving, and also analyze the stocks as in the morning to see whether it's a good time to buy, hold or sell, that type of thing. And you can see better how I approach in my filter criteria and so forth, how I look at stocks. But here's the list right now as of I have changed the date here from January 10. It was December 19 before. So we have enough data, almost 1 month of data to show who's leading in the last month. And really, more stocks, more and more stocks are reporting earnings, so it's going to affect this list quite a bit going forward. Some stocks will drop out just because they didn't fit my fundamental criteria, which is 10% or above in each of the next 4 quarters. That but again, to each is his own, so you can have your own filter criteria. I'm just showing you what's on my list. So one of the things that I focus a lot is the performance, how it's doing, where it's ranking right now, because if it's ranked higher, you want to focus on those ones. The other thing that I focus a lot is also like whether it's making a new high within this time frame right here. So and I would try to focus on the ones making new highs because they probably have less resistance going into new high ground. Whereas stocks that haven't hit new highs yet, they could be either pulling back or they just haven't come back to the previous high, uh, which is okay. It could come back on the right side of the base and make to new high ground. But it's just that the ones making new highs right away, they tend to have less resistance, continue to hit new high ground. So with that being said, we're gonna go through this list. I'm not gonna get into each one. Feel free to look at them at your own time. But I will highlight the ones that are more pronounced this week or have a stronger action, or maybe even a potential buy point. But yeah, feel free to look at it. TEM doing really well. HIMS. This too, I think TEM is not covered on IBD as much, but HIMS definitely show up on the screen. So let's jump to those two stocks right now. So for TEM, yeah, honestly, like I missed this one. It has a really nice uptrend. One of the things I look for in the uptrend is how well it ride the 10-day moving average. And this slope is quite significant. It's probably like 50-degree or more, 55 even degree angle upward slope. And look at how it reacts every time it comes near it. It doesn't want to touch it. This is probably the only one that touched it right here. And then here was probably the closest again to touching it, but it never did. And then it took off right here, right? And not only that, obviously it broke out as well. So the problem with this right now is it's really extended from the 10 days. So that's a lot of risk right here. If it does pull back to the 10-day, you have you could lose quite a bit here. So that's the only problem. HIMS, you can see clearly it's almost doing like a climatic run right now. It reversed on Friday after even a dramatic top right here. So because of how far it is extended, it's possible that this could take a long time to digest here in this range here somewhere. As the 10-day comes up, it might pull back to the 10-day, or it might just go sideways and just do this basing thing here before it comes out again. So just something to watch out for the future. But yeah, I would say this is kind of hard to get in at this moment. Palantir is still going. CRSR. Let's just show Palantir first. We had the gap up. It kind of pulled back so slightly and then it bounced right here. Then we have another smaller pullbacks here. Again, this is the 10-day slope right now. Very strong slope. It hasn't come down to even near it yet. Very strong technical signs. So CRSR reported this week. Computer hardware. Nice ascending base almost type of base right here, like making new higher lows and higher highs. And then we had this huge move on earnings. And look at what happened on Friday. It doesn't want to come down. It went down, but then it kind of bounced back up closer to the top half top, yeah, at the top of the range almost. Here's the slope of the 10-day, very strong slope. Again, this 10-day is gonna rise. The stock can either go sideways or come back down to the 10-day. So we'll see how it reacts. Yeah, very strong stock right now. With AXSM here, biotech. Next one on the list is FUTU, a Chinese investment stock, broker stock. This one's coming out on the right side base, very strong action. This week, we're seeing lots of Chinese stocks moving. So that's a new area of growth right now, like, momentum wise. So you can see it touches the 10-day here, bounce, and then here it didn't touch it, and then here it comes up, and yeah, it looks really strong. Let me take out the markups for a second. So you can see right here, this is the 10-day slope right here. So very strong slope. It's coming close to the breakout point, so we'll see what happens. So we have app here that broke out from an earnings gap up, really strong move. Then it kind of closed weaker, but the next day it found support right away, and then it bounced there. So it looks really strong. So we'll see what happens here. So it found support right there on the intraday chart. Here's where the 10-day moving average is, and then here's where the price is. It's a pretty far gap. So personally, I wouldn't chase it. I mean, we'll let this 10-day comes up and see how it reacts near there. Maybe it'll go sideways for a little bit more, and then it might bounce here. CLS, this one a little bit choppy right now. I got shaken out right here. It is holding the 10-day so far, right? But at the same time, it's not making much progress. It's still within the downward slope right here. So we'll see what happens next. Also, a lot of the electrical related stocks like VST reported didn't do as well. We also have mod also responded, so didn't do that well. So some of the electrical related or equipment related for AI stuff hasn't done well in terms of reporting. So this one, it did bounce on the earnings after that. So that was the reason why this is even looks better than all the other stuff. But that with that being said, like I said, I'm not sure the momentum can keep up. We'll see what happens as it comes now near this line. So we have SEZL. This one is a financial service related stock. So here we talked about this last week. It kind of got rejected here first time on the red line, trying to break above it, but then it worked right here. On that day, it closed above it clearly, decisively, and then it followed through so far. Here's the slope. Looks pretty good. We also have Kavana. This is reporting soon, so watch out for that. But it did break out this week as well. Next, we also have Upstart right here that also gap up on earnings right here, and then it tries to break out, but then it reversed after that. But so far, I mean, it's not that bad. Its volume is declining as it comes down, but also this is the 10-day slope, so we'll see. It should react to this line very soon, whether it'll find support here and then bounce off, or whether it'll just break through and come back down. So CORT here is another stock that's moving uptrend, making new highs, so pay attention to those. Spotify also doing well, still in the top here. ZETA also hitting new up highs here as well. Duolingo doing really well. BILI is a Chinese stock. Let's look into it. So this one has been going down for a while here. Right here is starting to form more tighter patterns here. It did try to break out here, but it fell, and then it pulls back. Then it actually bounced again off this moving averages here, and then now it has been a pretty strong slope. And then on Friday, it actually gap up. Not sure if there's any news, but anyhow, it did have a strong move. The volume is also really high. We are getting earnings coming out soon, so we'll see what happens. Next, we have ITCI in the biotech also making new high. We also have IoT making new high. Looking at Samsara IoT here, we have a breakout right here on Friday. Volume is not the strongest, but nonetheless, we have many updates here. So we're seeing some sort of accumulation. Found support last time here near the 10-day and bounce off it. Again, very nice slope right now on this 10-day moving average. We have TVTX, Biotech, MGNI in the enterprise, Chef making new high right now. This one was doing a nice pattern here, nice uptrend, support right here, and right here. Then it pulls back right here and gap up on earnings. So now it's been rising fall through for more than two days after. So really strong move right now. So yeah, definitely extended right now. This is the widest gap. It's hard to chase a stock like this at this moment. We also have SLP making new high, BTSG downtrend, WGS is uptrend. So this one is maybe coming back up. LRN, Pinterest also reported. For Pinterest, it's been building a long base for a long time. Like this here. And then we finally have this breakout zone right here on gap up earnings. Very powerful move. So far it's pulling back, but it seems order. Like it doesn't seem very sloppy here. Here's the 10-day slope. So we are getting very close to it. If this shows, some strength, it should bounce off here pretty soon. So let's see what happens next. We have Netflix next. We talk about that in the main market video. SFM still riding strong. Credo in the downtrend. PHXC, this is in ethical drugs. It's a newer name on my list. So here we have a really nice cup pattern. Then after it tries to break out, but it couldn't, but it falls back to the 10-day. And then from here, it bounced off 2 days in a row. And volume did come into support as well on the bounce. So really nice pattern here right now. So we also have Dash doing really well, making new highs as well. Next we have AU in the gold area. So a lot of the gold stocks on Friday had a very ugly reversal. So here you can see actually make a new high early in the morning, but then it quickly reversed and basically undo the last 4 days action and including this gap up. So now we're at the 10-day. I did sell into this, but I will look back into to getting back in if once this settles down and maybe we see a bounce here after 10 days. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, that's how I would, it did come up really fast. Look at this slope right here. Like I said, it's just really strong slope, 60-degree angle kind of thing. Like yeah, and like I said, many gold stocks fell apart on Friday. So we'll see whether this is just a 1-day thing or whether this trend will continue. SC still doing really well in the internet content, making new highs. PLMR, so PLMR just came back on my list after earnings right here and doing really well. Nice breakout. Look at Friday, it doesn't really want to go down much lower and then it closed near the top. Here's the slope right here, very strong slope as well. Next we have Pro in the special enterprise. We have BE in the energy, and we have NU in the banks foreign, MTRX oil and gas, TKO media. This one is doing really well. AT&T. This is another Chinese hotel chain, I believe. So here's the nice breakout right here. And then if the early morning it tripped my original shares here by just a few cents actually, and then it reversed and start closing at the highs. And the next day it starts strong, but then was able to still close green for the day. And but yeah, that day I added, get back my shares in, got back into my shares, and so far it's been moving. Here's the slope, almost 45-degree angle, looks pretty good. Again, Chinese stocks are moving right now. We have TCBX in the banks west southwest. We have PRVA in the computer software medical hitting new high. MDGL, MDGL also hitting new high. UNFI, the wholesale food doing new high as well. QFIN, another Chinese stock making new high right here. So we have the first breakout right here, but it fell and pulled back right here, and then it bounced off there and then pulled back once more time, and now it's making new highs again, and the slope looks pretty good as well. Next we have RBC in the electrical power equipment in a downtrend, VST also in a downtrend, YMM, this is a Chinese provider for logistics software for logistics and freight truck. Earnings looks pretty good. Looks like it's trying to break out right now. It actually did. So this is a good looking cup base and it pulled back just very slightly to the 10-day after a breakout. So that was the test there. Then after that it rebound and keep hitting higher lows. So it's pretty good. Next we have IREN in the financial service area. This one did report, but it didn't really go up or down much. It's holding pretty tight. This is healthy action. This is like I say, it's holding tight here. Above all the short-term moving averages, have really strong forward earning guidance as well, so it looks good. Next we have GE, and we have MIRM in the downtrend. Next we have WPM, a gold stock, hitting new high, but it did reverse after that as well. This is computer software medical, Waystar holding. This is a really nice pattern here, tight base. It did have a shake, really huge shake out there, and then now it's really taking off. Next we have LAZ in the uptrend, TBBK in the downtrend. So this is a very nice cup with handle pattern. We see how the handle, the volume down days are much getting lower, and then on the one up day it actually surpassed all that volume, and the price also almost at new high here. So at least break the handle high. So this is really good. Next we have Rush Street Interactive RSI. This is a newer name on my list. Visual gaming equipment, a smaller cap stock right here. Casinos, sport books, and so forth. Here's a nice base right here. Tried to break out, but it kind of fell back here. Then it started to form this new base again. Very choppy action, but all of a sudden it rebound, make and tested the lows here, and then it has make new highs so far. So looking very strong momentum right now. So we'll see how it handles the 10-day going forward. Next we have OSW, Leisure Service again, making new highs. Yum also making new high. RL still in uptrend. SIBN in a downtrend. KSPI in an uptrend. Credit card payment. EXPE still in an uptrend. We have Viking and Reddit both down. Reddit did have earnings report and it went down. AVPT in the new make new highs. Palo Alto, the PNW. This reported, look at the upside reversal right here. This is a huge shakeout. Yeah, it's a potential entry point right here. IDR, a gold stock, in the downtrend right now. FG Insurance Life is a make new high. USAC, oil gas field services, near flat within 1% of moving averages, short term. MBDA, we talked about this in the main market video, it's looking good, broke above the 50-day line. Newmont Mining, still in the uptrend. JLL, real estate, still in the uptrend. NGVT, downtrend. We have NGVT reporting in 3 days. And then we have PAHC here, mining gold, silver, gems, still hitting new highs. 4 in the payment services area in the uptrend. Globe in the uptrend in the enterprise software. DV also in the software enterprise uptrend. Kawa is in the downtrend. So we have ABAT here, ABT in the medical diversify hitting new high. GS, Goldman Sachs, banks are in the uptrend. Co-op, finance, consumer loans making new highs. So this is a huge shakeout on the earnings right here. And you can see it continues this path moving forward. Looks pretty good. Take-Two in the uptrend, SAP is in the uptrend. ARM is in the downtrend. AGI also in the downtrend. AEM, both of these gold stocks here in downtrend. Lilly. So right now, Lilly, you can see it has a pretty bad day on Friday. I'm not sure if there's news related or not, but anyhow, it did undercut the 10 days, so I'm stopped out right here. But if it does bounce back, I'm looking to get back in. We'll see. Then we have Citigroup here, also new high. HWM also making new high. It broke out right here, then moved up really slowly, then went sideways as the 10-day catches up. And then it did break down here, right, and test the 21-day. But it did close up near the top, and then here's the fall today on Friday. Next we have CBRE real estate within 1% on moving average. CAE in the aerospace defense making new high. Trailers in a downtrend. XPOF also in a downtrend. RCL near moving averages. Next we have CVLT reported here big shakeout. After that it kind of slowly recovering, and then from here it did kind of take off here to the previous high, and from here we had this pullback, but the volume on the down is not too crazy, and now we resume this uptrend with this pretty strong slope here. So then here we have PJT still in the uptrend. BK in the banks area making new highs. We have NFG, Toast, RAM here still in downtrend, and then we have Avago in the uptrend doing well. Visa, Hubs reported. However, so here's the report. It gap up, but it did reverse. And then even from the 10-day, it did find support there and bounce off that too. So overall, it still look okay. Next, we have NWS, newspaper, media, SoFi, consumer loans, gold, silver, gems, True, Panion in still making new high here. Audio Eyes in the downtrend, BV and FI in the uptrend. We have Dell and Ascent here, both in the uptrend. So here's the bounce right here, then they pull back nicely to 10-day, very tight action here, then they bounce again, and now we're at 50-day. So I'm still feel this one optimistically, yeah, it still breaks above the downtrend line, so that's a good news. Next we have ASND in the biotech, also making still in an uptrend. Tyler also in an uptrend. STX data storage in an uptrend. CHOP, C, GNNW, KD, NTS. This one is in a downtrend right now. ECL making new high. Wall is in the banks area, downtrend, and so forth. So you can see here. Feel free to go through at your own time. Overall, yeah, I mean we are seeing some stocks that setting up right now. So I mean there is some potentials here. Like I say, focus is like there's the ones that are making new highs, and a lot of them are extended. But there might be some stocks that are setting up or near breakout zone from their base. So we'll see how they do going forward. More earnings will be out. Stay tuned to my morning live stream where I'll kind of go through how I look at each stock, what do I filter for, and so forth. We're still seeing a lot of downtrend. You see right here. So yeah, in terms of the number of downtrend, it's still 200 out of like 357 here. So it's still a significant of them are in downtrend. Like whether they will get more severe, I'm not sure, but it's still a very high number. So that's more than almost, yeah, that's roughly 200 out of 357. Yeah, 357. That's pretty high. Yeah, and then the uptrend one also deteriorated a little bit, not too much. So overall, downtrend you can see it has climbed quite a bit here. And then new highs, I mean, still doing okay. We still have 60 new highs here compared to the other days. So overall, the market seems to be healthy, at least from a growth stock perspective, but it is very tricky picking the right stocks. That's why I use my ranking to, kind of rank them by performance and see how they've been doing lately. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Have a really great weekend. And please like and subscribe. Take care.